This is case number 26-42-SM, appearances counsel.
Courtroom on behalf of the people.
Robert Hartel for Mr. Roseberry, who joins me at the table.
And we are here for a couple different matters. Looks like we're here for a pretrial and a motion regarding bond, but it also looks like we have a resolution. Is that accurate?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Lawrence?
It's my understanding the defendant will be pleading guilty to an added count of jostling, and people will dismiss count one assault and battery.
Mr. Hartel?
Did you say Mr. Sir?
Do you need a moment?
If I can, I should have looked before. I believe it's going to be disturbing the peace. I realize we marked it on the sheet, otherwise I apologize.
Ms. Lawrence?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Roseberry, have you heard what the attorneys have said the resolution in this case is?
Yes, sir.
And is that how you wish to resolve it?
Yes, sir.
It's my understanding that you'll be pleading guilty to an added count 2 of disturbing the peace. That is a misdemeanor punishable by 90 days in jail and or a fine of $500. In exchange for that, the people will be dismissing the assault or assault and battery, which is a 93-day misdemeanor and or a fine of $500. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you please raise your right hand as best as you can? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Back on January 4th of this year, were you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Were you on bond?
No, sir.
Do you remember reading and signing an advice of rights form? It talked about your rights to a trial and your rights to an attorney.
Yes, sir.
Most important, let me ask you, did you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Most importantly, do you understand that you have a right to a jury trial and that by entering a guilty plea today, you'll be giving up that right and you won't have a trial of any kind?
Yes, sir.
Other than the plea agreement, has anybody promised you anything in order to get you to plead today?
No, sir.
Has anybody threatened you in any way?
No, sir.
And is it your own free choice to plead today?
Yes, sir.
Are counsel aware of any other promises, threats, or inducements not made part of the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
That Mr. Roseberry, to the allegation that on or about January 4th, 2026 in South Branch Township of Wexford County, how do you plead to an added count of disturbing the peace?
Guilty.
In order to accept that plea, I must have you tell me what it is that makes you guilty. So what happened back on the 4th?
Me and Linda came as Tracy Timmons' mother. We were watching football in the early afternoon. Tracy came over around 1:15. Sit there for 20 minutes, then told her mom she's gonna leave. She'll be back in a couple hours. She came back around 5:20, right around that area. And she came in the door, she was kind of hyped up. Her and mom were talking. I was out making a sandwich in the kitchen. She come out to the kitchen, started in on me about, what are you gonna do besides just collect Social Security disability, Rob? You're just gonna sit around, do these little odd jobs and this and that and the other for the rest of your life. I said, well, there ain't much I can do, having arthritis like I got, I can only do so much. That's why I'm collecting Social Security disability. And an argument escalated from there, and she got a little bit loud and I got loud. She called me names and I called her some names, and I had my coat on. I put my coat on. It was about 2 minutes prior to that, and I was getting ready to go outside to have a cigarette. And she was in front of me in the kitchen, between the sink and the kitchen table, and I started backing up. I was going to grab my knit hat off the baker shelf. So when I reached back to grab my hat, and then when I turned back around, that's when she threw a glass of mixed drink on me. And then when I was trying to wet my face, then when I looked up, she sprayed me with some was either pepper spray or bear spray. I'm not sure which one it was.
And was that before or after you guys were in an argument
That was,
or during?
she was still yelling at me when she threw the drink on me and sprayed me. And, I couldn't even see. I found my way to the bathroom. I think Linda helped me to the bathroom. I was splashing water in my face. And she gave me a towel. And I said, open the door. How do I get outside? So I got outside and I was rubbing snow in my eyes and this and that. And she gave me another towel. And Tracy was standing in the door still yelling at me. And then I just basically snapped and started calling her a bunch of names. And
how loud were you?
I was pretty loud.
Do you believe that that would have disturbed the peace?
Yes, sir.
And that happened in South Branch Township?
Yes, sir.
Do counsel believe defendants provided a factual basis to accept the plea and the court rules have been complied with?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
As does the court, I find the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate, so I find you guilty of disturbing the peace. Pursuant to the plea agreement, the assault and battery will be dismissed. Are we able to sentence today?
No, Your Honor, I would ask for it to be set out.
If so, Your Honor, I'd ask to still address the bond motion for good pending sentencing. I believe that still be appropriate.
Is it being set out for victim notification?
Correct.
All right, so we will set this for sentencing then. Your motion, Mr. Hartel?
Yes, Your Honor, as I did mention or in the motion, I should say, my client's very low income. He did mention himself that he's living on Social Security, no significant savings. I know the court didn't exactly set $1 million bond, but even a relatively small bond is impossible for people of low means. He has advised me that he would obey all non-monetary bond conditions, including no contact with the other party in this. The person who really started as the alleged victim being a plea disturbing the peace. It's a bit iffy on if that's truly a victim of it or not. But what I will say is he will obey all no contact orders. You tell him not to talk to somebody, he's not going to talk to him. You tell him not to go to a certain address, he's not going to do it. No threatening or intimidating behavior to anyone, fine. The court has concerns that even though it wasn't a plea to drunk and disorderly, that alcohol might have been involved. He'll do random testing for that because at least that is smaller payments spread out versus a larger lump sum. I'd ask the court to give him that opportunity. He has been lodged pending resolution of this case. And again, he's more than willing to obey all bond conditions. If the court had any questions for him specifically, he's advised me he's more than willing to let the court know anything he wants the court may have about concerns for public safety. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Lawrence?
Thank you, Your Honor. Although the defendant did make a factual basis for disturbing the peace, I think his recount of things is grossly different from what's in the report, which is a little concerning that he's not remotely remorseful or owning up to anything for that matter. On top of that, I think bond was set where it was at, given his extremely lengthy criminal history. I would ask that bond would continue. Thank you.
Mr. Roseberry, without getting into the facts of the case, can you tell me who, first of all, who Tracy is to you?
She's Linda Amos's daughter, the girl that I was living with.
Okay. And if I were to release you, where would you go?
I wouldn't be going there. This would be, as you well know, this would be the second incident. And she's been involved in both situations and I'm pretty much done with that. And I would be going to Manistee at 525 Michael Street.
Whose place is that?
That's a shelter.
Okay. Do you have a way to get back and forth?
I believe once I get down there, the guy that is not the director, but he's a homeless individual himself. And he's got a vehicle and he's the one that brought me up there the last time. And he's always told me, if you need a ride, just come let me know. So. And then the bus system, I can always take a bus to the Corner Express at 37 and 55.
Mhm.
Then I have to call forward to get a ride from Wexford Express to here.
The defendant was arraigned back on the 5th. Bond was set at $2,500, 10%, with the conditions of no alcohol, random testing, no contact, no weapons, firearms, and not to act any threatening, intimidating behavior. Defendant does have a history, although the most recent stuff, in 14, there was an assault and battery, 25, a disturbing the peace down from a domestic. Those seem to be the only assaultive behaviors in the defendant's past. Now, the court will modify the bond to a personal recognizance bond with the same conditions. Now, Mr. Roseberry, I do have a testing requirement on you for alcohol, so you're going to have to find a way to get tested wherever you wind up. All right.
All right.
At some point today, you're going to be released from the jail. You'll need to come over here to Community Corrections, which is on the ground floor, and get signed up for your testing requirements.
All right.
I am also going to add one more requirement, and that is that you sign up for Community Corrections Services. Now, I know you know this, but I'm just going to remind you of it. No contact means no contact of any kind, not by phone, text, email, social media, anybody acting on your behalf. If you are found to be in violation of any of your bond conditions, you could be arrested without a warrant, brought back to jail, and have your bond revoked. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Right now, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Right, like I was telling you a minute ago, I'm done with that. I'm done. Me and Linda's done. Because of Tracy, that's her daughter. I understand all that. I'm gonna go to the shelter, but I just wanted to ask how do I go about getting my property out of?
You'll need to talk to your attorney about that.
Okay.
All right. Anything else for the record, counsel? All right.
Don't let you keep covering stuff. Want to make sure you're not gonna get in trouble. Okay. It'll be being a bad lawyer if that happens.
No.
We'll talk more soon.
All right. All right, thank you.